Yeah, I know. I normally film these in the daytime and it is nighttime. I was writing up a community post because I've looked at the community today. Not that anything bad's gone down today. We're all just a little bit like, what's with the weird mukbang that we weren't supposed to be ever doing mukbangs again. We went from, I'm not doing mukbangs anymore, to food is life. Woo. She's changed her banner. And it is literally just, if you could have ever come up with a business card that said, I have an ED, that is literally what the business card would have on it. It could not be more leaning into having an ED. Yeah, it sure is. But anyway, so I did my little edit today. I took out all the chewing sounds for you. You can thank me later or you can thank me in the comments. It's totally fine because it was such a worth it mukbang. We couldn't miss this one. It was amazing. Now, Foodie does ask all the important questions in life.
What's your favorite go-to when you get Chinese food?
For me, when I have Chinese, I usually make Chinese fried rice, or on a special occasion when I'm feeling and I've got pineapple in the cupboard, I will make a sweet and sour pork recipe. That's when I cook for myself, because normally when I have Chinese, I'll make it at home. That way I can control the oil, because I love Chinese food, but it does tend to be a little bit on the oily side, which doesn't tend to muck around with my tummy a little bit too much, and I can't handle it. Or I'll go to the Chinese place near my house that's in the shopping centre, and in the afternoons they divvy up their food into like little containers like this, and you can pick like 4 for $15 or something like that. But I'll usually get one of the little containers and they've divvied up. I'll put Singapore noodles, and usually has honey chicken. That's my usually go-to. Or I'll just get the Singapore noodles because I absolutely love the texture and the carrot and the cabbage and the curry and all the good stuff. And I have made that at home as well when I've had the craving. Now, cravings. Foodie said today's meal was because of a craving.
Let's eat. Let's get into it. I've been craving Chinese, so let's try this.
I'm hella confused. I am totes confused. I thought she had a reset. I thought she went back to factory settings. Did I mishear that? Am I gaslighting myself at this point? Because I'm pretty sure that Foodie said her palate was reset and she didn't get cravings anymore. She was eating satiable foods, good, wholesome, whole foods, and nothing processed. Just clean foods. But the eating and the chewing and the slopping, like she made love to that meal.
You are way more satisfying than a salad.
I bet she sat back at the very end of that food and just, and just sort of laid back and burped it out and was like, I haven't been this satisfied in ages. I have another thing that I wanted to talk about. Now, does Foodie realise that medical misinformation is also something that you can get in trouble for on YouTube as part of terms of services? Because I'd say that saying the Unicity drink, if you drink it before your meal, will stop your blood sugar from spiking.
To affect your blood sugars in a good way. Like it, reduces a spike in blood sugar. So I drink that first.
Now, is this something that we need to tell doctors? Is this something we need to let the big pharma know about? Why have they not bought this medicines from Unicity? This is a $1 trillion idea, this one. This is something that should be pumped out across the world. A drink that helps diabetics not have spiking blood sugars, no matter what they eat. You could eat a ton full of rice. You could eat a wheelbarrow full of rice. Unicity drink. You could eat deep fried meats, carbs, sugars, chocolate bars, doesn't matter. As long as you have the Unicity drink before it, stops your blood sugars from spiking. 100%. This is what Foodie's telling us. Now, I'd like to see where Unicity's written the paper and it's been peer reviewed and it has medical documentation saying that it has these magical properties. Because if it is, and it's true, then they need to be putting a patent down and then letting Big Pharma know, because I'm sure they'd be interested. If not, I would suggest to Foodie Beauty to not keep saying that about Unicity, because that is a reportable thing. It is something that would annoy a lot of people in the community, especially the 85% of people that are diabetics, would probably be a bit annoyed if they went and bought that product and then ate just whatever they want and drank the drink, and yet they got really high sugar numbers. Now, since we have such a brain-dead, zombie-like audience, and we just believe anything that we hear without thought or thinking or Googling or understanding science or medicines, every single one of those 85% people are probably running out now to buy that Unicity drink because they're thinking, shit, I don't need to take meds. I don't need to watch my diet. I just need the fiber drink. Hell, that's easier. I can drink one of those bullshit drinks every day before my meals and my life is going to be completely different. Here comes Kit Kats. Here comes deep fried steaks. I can eat French fries again. I can eat my body weight's worth of rice again. My life is forever changed because of this Unicity drink. Now, I do want to point out something that I don't know if Foodie knows, but there is a difference between drinkable fiber and the fiber you get from Whole Foods. You know that's a different thing. It's completely different. You could sit down there and eat a bowl full of broccoli before any meal that you have, and you know why that's probably going to stop your blood sugars from spiking is because your tummy's going to be partly full and you won't be able to eat as much of the crap that go in your body to push up the sugars. That's how fiber probably works. It fills you up so you don't eat so much of the shit stuff. For an average regular person, not somebody who's eating a bowl the size of their head full of rice. Yeah, okay. And if you're fasting all day and that's the only thing that you've had, other than your sugars and your juice, you're probably not going to get good numbers. Now, July is coming, Foodie, and I wouldn't think that too many more of these meals are probably going to be on the books because we've got to start panic dieting. We tried the 40 days of water fasting. That didn't go down very well. You almost perished in the first 24 hours. We've tried restricting eating. We've just come off an illness, and resetting your palate clearly doesn't work. What's going to be your next plan for the panic diet? What is it going to be? Is it going to be a juice diet, a cabbage soup diet? Are we just going to eat nothing but veggies and I don't know, cottage cheese for a week to get into that airline seat? What's going to be the panic diet for your border run this time? It's interesting because every time you seem to come up with a new scheme, I need to reset myself. I need to do this. I've got to change. I've got to save myself. I'm never going to abuse my body again, is what you would pray to yourself, apparently pray to yourself when you're in bed when you were sick last time. Apparently you were saying you're never going to abuse your body again, and here you are abusing your body with a Chinese Filipino fusion food. But what's the next panic diet? I'm really interested to know because we all look to you for good nutritional advice and diet advice because you've been such a success. You are our go-to gal for good information. Yeah, so that's about it. Oh, and I do have a manifestation, and I just like the community, the cookie cutters, the people that watch me, just in general. I want you to put your antennas up because it doesn't work if you don't use antennas. Put your antennas up, open them up, get the frequency. Hi, universe. I know, long time no text. I've just got a small request. It's only a small one. I'm sure you could do it. Now, yes, it's about Foodie, old mate Foodie. And good one with the camel spit in the ice. High five for that one. That was fantastic. That was just like a little extra surprise. Not asked for, but very much appreciated. Okay, so we do have a request. Now, Foodie's going to be traveling. Yes, I know. She's going on another border run. What the hell? I was just wondering, you know that suitcase that she bought? You know, the $16 one? Yeah, I know it looks hella dodgy, right? Now, I was just wondering if it's all possible you could get that zip to pop on the way through the airport. Yes, you're on my vibe. Spillage everywhere. I know the fact that she has to go and buy a more expensive one because you can't buy cheap airport suitcases, and her clothes are going everywhere for everyone to see, plus all her snacks will spill out everywhere. And also the fact that it'll be an inconvenience and potentially means she might miss her flight. And if you could, also, if the zip's not a possibility, if you could just give it to the worst baggage handler possible so that inferior, poorly made, cheap-ass suitcase just does not make it to the end and she has to try and go and buy clothes wherever she is. I'm hoping it's Malaysia because, Asian sizes. But anyway, if you could just help me out with that, that would be fucking fantastic. You are the GOAT. All right, have a great day. What am I saying? Of course you will. Bye. So if you could just put some energy into that, it would be so much appreciated. All right, we're still working on the botfly babies. Don't worry, that's a slow one. I mean, all the exotic places Foodie goes, it's going to happen eventually, right? She's going to stumble along some kind of parasitic bug that's going to burrow into her butt, hand, foot. Hell, she might even eat one. Who knows? Tapeworm. She might eat some funky meat and get some tapeworm. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you have had a great day. Enjoy your Chinese if you eat your Chinese. And don't listen to Foodie when it comes to literally anything. Okay, bye.